welcome back into the channel. Welcome back to MBPFishing. Yes, sir. Thank you guys for coming in. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Man, it is a scorcher. It's scorching today, folks. Over 90, going on 95 degrees. Humidity is a little bit less. Got a good little breeze down here, so it actually feels. Yesterday it was in the 80s, and with Jason and me out here, we were roasting to death. Out here today, not so bad. But yeah, it's hot, folks. It's freaking hot. Thank you guys for coming in. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Happy Sunday, by the way. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having an awesome weekend. Welcome back to MBPFishing. Yes, sir. Welcome back to MBPFishing. Appreciate you folks coming back in. Get these rods out, folks. Get these rods out, see if we can catch some fishies, and we can come in and check that chat. Got 3 rods set up today. I don't know why. I felt like using 3 rods. And I hit the tree on my back spin on that one, so I want to make sure my worms go flat, which they did. Oops. We got a few worms left from the other day, plus we've got a few worms left in our bucket. Always put up some cut bait to try out here. That's good enough for me, folks. Good enough for me. Drown a worm out here, see if I can pull something to get a wormy, squirmy. Talk to you guys in chat with better way to fill up a day. Yeah, that tree is going to be a little bit of a nuisance on that side angle here. Okay, third rod. First cast of the day, folks. First cast of the day. I did not like that. Did not like that at all. Let's see, we've got the 1 ounces on those other rods, and this one we got our 2 ounces on. So it's pretty tough over here. You gotta kick to it over here. You gotta put a little bit more weight on them, I'm afraid. All right, all 3 rods are out. Looking good. We are. No. Okay, our medium rod is holding. Our medium rod is being pushed down, but our small rod is being staying out there deep. I saw that. Popped our medium rod. Something popped our small rod here. Where's my tablet? I had it here. There it is. We had something nibbling on the worm already, folks. And these guys can be hungry down here sometimes. They miss me. Okay, pop. Dang it, dude. Give me a chance to get on the feed here. Alrighty. On my back now, so I'm not pushing anything to me, so I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Look it up in my channel. Heck. We got something nibbling on the bait already, folks. Honeycut, what's going on? How you doing today, Honeycut? Honeycut's first in. Honeycut says hi. It says hi again. Dang it, dude. Give me a minute. And Bambi. Bambi's up. Woo. Boy, it's hard to tell. Okay, Bambi and Honeycut, you're tied for first today. Probably got in chat the exact same moment. And Rich, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? This is Honeycut. Checking on it. We're getting bites, folks. Just get them, buddy. Secret says it's hard to hear you, buddy. I have to put a wind block on because we do have a bit of a breeze today. And I don't really want to get her any closer because Interesting. I'll just try to point in this direction more. I sound bad? Huh. Interesting. Let me see what's going on with here. Maybe if I refresh, it'll start sounding better. Or maybe I get too close to the... Not sure why that's doing that. I mean, probably guys can hear me over here perfectly. Yeah, we're just getting started, folks. Let's see if coming over here makes it any better, or do I have to refresh? Yeah, our picture looks okay. Yeah, that's the problem. If I'm too far away, that means, I could just set, but then I won't be able to see the rods. How the heck do I do this? Okay. The sound should be echoing towards this direction, so. Trying to get a good, I'm gonna have to shout, I'm afraid. And set a little bit closer to the camera. I guess setting here would be a little bit better. Still pecking on it too. She's still pecking on it. Yeah, unfortunately we're probably gonna have to, shout towards the camera. I mean, I can take the wind block off. That'll make it so you guys can hear me better, but at the same time, you're gonna have a, well, let me find out to see if, because I can take the wind block off. I mean, we only have like 4 or 5 mile per hour winds out here. It's not too bad. So let me just slip this off and see if that helps you guys' audio out. Now let me know if that wind starts bothering you folks. Kind of a toss-up between the, still pecking on it. Still pecking on it, folks. Oh, you will think or miss it. He's pecking on it pretty good. I don't miss his foot. Yeah, hopefully you guys can hear me better now that the wind block is off. We don't have much wind, so I'm not too worried about it. But at the same time, there are some, very sensitive viewers that don't really like to hear that much audio, wind in the background. She's like 4 to 5 miles per hour, gusting to 7 or 8. It's not too bad. And she's blowing in this direction, so hopefully that tripod will stop the majority of that. Got him, folks. Got him. Fish on. What we got? We got, That's our first drum of the day, folks. Cut bait. Yeah, it's actually pretty small. That's perfect size to cut up for bait, folks. I'll do that off feed. That's our first fish of the day, though. Nice little 1/4 pounder. Cool little freshwater drum. That's our first fish of the day. Didn't take us too long, my friends. Yeah, cool little freshwater drum bud. Hi, buddy. I'm sorry. You're gonna go to a better cause, I'm afraid. Yeah, these guys are awesome for bait, folks. Especially in this higher water, these guys have got a heck of a lot of scent. It just doesn't last very long. Man, there is a flower some upriver from me. Man, it's making a smell. Very sweet smell down here. Awesome first fish, folks. Yeah, we're gonna do that off feed, so she doesn't get that'll do it. No more suffering for that. And first fish of the day, folks. Already got some cut bait. See 38 incredible people in. Seeing 10 thumbs up, awesome, folks. You guys are enjoying the show today. We got really messed up in the chat. There we go. I want to make sure I got my spot. Let me get these rods back out, folks, and I'll get back to that chat. I'm going to be putting a piece of cut bait on my big rod here momentarily. the occasional freshwater drum that's gone cannibalistic, which does happen sometimes down here. Gross, but it happens. Rod is back out. Give her a second, back out. That's a pretty good fish, folks. Nice little quarter-pounder. All right, folks, I'm trying to get back into the chat here. Just give me a minute. Assuming these fish will let me. And we were getting bites on 2 out of 3 worm rods, so that's definitely going to need something for cut bait. And your bait is just not going to last down here if you use it properly and the amount of levels you need to get bites. It's just not going to last. It's going to get torn off the hook. You're going to need like $20 worth of worms to fish down here if you don't use some type of separate bait, or you dig them yourself, which I do, but it was either get out fishing or dig more bait. Now, I still have quite a bit of worms left, so hopefully that'll be enough to fish for a while. But this rod's our longest rod for me to cast. All right, back out. Then we're going to stabilize. All righty. Rods are back out. Then back in and check that chat. All right, bite. Got him, folks. It's on. And our second. Yeah, you can be let go, buddy. We already got one. So it's our second freshwater drum. Cool guy. Yeah, we've already got one. So I'll take the little one that's a little bit bigger. This one's actually, it's like 3 bites. Yeah, you'd actually put that one on hold to catch a big old flatty. Yeah, that's like an 1/8 of a pound. That's a pretty small little guy. You don't want to die on drop on a rock. Just give me a minute to show you off to YouTube, and you can go back to your family and go home and do drum things. That sound good? Sounds good, MVP. Okay. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we still got one rod out, so let me come check that chat. Bambi says, I got fired yesterday, Pat. From the job. I don't get paid. Well, how do you do that? Leave it to me. Yeah, sounds way better. All right, thank you for letting me know. See, Fat Cat, what's going on? How you doing, Fat Cat? And I'm so sorry to hear that, Bambi. There's some dumb people out here. It happens, I'm afraid. There are like, yeah. Don't know a good person working for them when they see one. That's for sure. See, on Fat Cat, what's going on? How you doing, Fat Cat? It says MVP. Green River says howdy. And Swamp, how you doing today, Swamp? Swamp says, do you fish every day? Between 3 and 5 days a week. Sometimes more, sometimes less. I try to get out as much as I can. See, Brewer, what's going on? How you doing today, Brewer? Brewer says, let's go. Brewer with the fish on Mulam And he says, that's okay. I didn't like what I was representing. Anyway. Ooh, let's get him. Heavy flapping your butt off. He says, nice. See, Wagon, what's going on? How you doing today, Wagon? Wagon says, too late. I heard a funny smack sound. Yeah, I don't know what that smack sound was. Assy, what's going on? How you doing today, Assy? Assy says hi. I don't know what that's, dropped a rock. I don't know. He says, hey, Fat Cat. And Skeeter, what's going on? How you doing today, Ryan? I'm still hitting it out there. Yeah, something's still hitting it out there. Everyone cheers, Mike and chat. Ryan says, stop by to drop a thumbs up. Awesome, my friend. I do appreciate that. See, Pierre, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Pierre says hi. And Pierre with the Netherlands Flag emoji. Hi. Ashley. How you doing, Ashley? Ashley says, better than many other lives. Yeah, I try to communicate, try to catch you guys fish. Try to be as positive as I can, and be as respectful as I can as well. Cheers. Bambi says hello. And Bambi with the cool members only emoji. He says agree, Ashley. Rich says, wish you were closer, Hey, I burn them out, trust me. I use a lot of muff, buddy. Let's see, Magoo, what's going on? How you doing today, Magoo? Magoo says MVP. Give it a thumbs up and the storm emoji. Sorry to hear that, Magoo. Hope it clears up for you, buddy. Bambi says, I know, I have rabbits and live under it. Let's go. Brewer says, let him go where he can go. Tell us happy, Grandpappy. I did. Magoo, how are you? I love saying Magoo. And Raymond, how you doing today, Raymond? Raymond says, are you on the Mississippi? Yep, Mississippi, down by the Arch in St. Louis. He says, Bambi, I'm great, and you? Bambi says, good. Magoo says, that man needs a chair. Actually, this is more comfortable than a chair. It's hard to set up a lawn chair down here on the rocks. Yeah, even those fold-up ones, you wind up busting them up so quickly down here on the rocks. It's actually more comfortable. It is, actually. All right, let's get back to some fishing, folks. Let's see, Tommy, what's going on? How you doing? And William. How you doing today, William? Tommy says, Mike, how are you doing, legend? Doing okay, my friend. Caught 2 freshwater drum already. That means we've got cut bait. Let me get these rods, this one rod back out, and I can, well, I've got to check this one rod. I do also have to get some cut bait on this small rod. I don't get many fish on cut bait, but you get some bigger ones, some big old gar and blue cat and flathead, as long as you get stuff fresh. And down here, you can catch fresh cut bait. It ain't actually that difficult. Any drum under about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, is pretty good cut bait. Now you get them over about 2.5, 3 pounds, they start smelling wonky, and the fish won't hit them. They know there's something up with them things. That looks good. Make sure that's at the bottom. All right, on the bottom. Check this one. This one can get the heck bite out there. Let's see what's going on with it. Drag it tight a little bit. This one somehow got over the other rod. Yeah, that's why you need to recast these from 1 minute to the next. You can't do them separately, I'm afraid. You'll wind up with casting over your other rod. You can cast underneath it, but you can't cast over it. Alright, that one's back. Put that bucket. Why don't you sit up right there? Got to be set up at just the right angle to be able to. That was stuck out there. I did not like it. When they get stuck on the bottom down here, oh, there's a nice fish. Man, I wonder what these guys are. I don't have any night crawls, I'm afraid, because I didn't get to dig any today. But we do have plenty of other worms. We have red wigglers, and we have both store-bought and garden variety. These things work pretty good, actually. The ones I get from the bait shop. Now, the ones you get from Walmart, not so good. But your local bait shop provides you with much better live bait, that's for sure. If you're just going to go to a local pond or something and fish, get them at Walmart, don't worry. this cut bait out here as well. Let me see about getting a fresh cut bait on this big rod of mine. Assuming I can find all my gear here. Yeah. That's what I needed. Okay, what I need here. Gotta get a fresh piece of cut bait on. My big rod over here. Gotta make sure nobody pulls my other rods in while I'm trying to. Not good to cut on a rock that's not stable. Right? Good way to. Yeah, temperature's about 92. Going up into the high 90s today. That's why we're sitting underneath the shade tree down here, folks. Trying to stay a little cooler. That's a good little piece right there. I like that. Up there. Alright. Hang on, folks. I'll be back with you momentarily. I'm just getting a piece of cut bait on the rod. I know YouTube doesn't like me showing that stuff, so I do that off feed. We're gonna have trouble with that crap on our line down here this current. I've already caught two freshwater drum already, folks, and I'm getting a bite on that small rod. Keep checking on it. And I tell you one thing about these store-bought worms is that the weight of red wigglers anyways. Now the night crawlers are about the same. Alright, nice piece of chunk of cut bait on. That's good. Right in the middle rod. Checking on it pretty good. Yeah, they don't like me doing anything, do they, folks? Always hit when I'm not looking. Hit me with something else. Which is pretty much all the time when I'm down here. I'm always getting right. That gunk off the line so I can get this rod back out here. And that food cat that I saw hit earlier when I got here, it's right about. If I can pull over here or not, I'm going to find out. That's right where that food cat is. Not that far out. Big old rock face that sits right there, and that's the end of that rock face. The very edge of it. Kind of makes sense that it's sitting there. Back out here. Might need another worm on this one. That one got chewed quite a bit. Oh, that feels good. That 1 ounce is holding that part of the current. Back to the chat. You guys enjoying? And he says, I've had luck with the hot dog. Right for interesting, my friend. I've had a lot of luck with hot dogs on the river down here. Yeah, they're a little bit more wild down here on the Mississippi. Corn works pretty good. Corn actually works pretty good, and we just went pixelated for some reason. I just watched that go pixelated, so let me refresh that. I don't know why that went pixelated on us. see, I thought 30 in there. How you doing, Dirty 30? Man, I don't know why it's pixelated on us like that, like weird. My shit disappeared on me. I saw what that was. Ambi says, hi Magoo, how are you? I love saying that, okay? Oh, here we are, Dirty. Dirty says, MVP the fishing legend. How you doing today, Dirty? Got the cut bait on our Big Mad Cat series rod. See Joe, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Joe asked, can I ask your name? It's Mike. MVP, that's my initials. Michael Bernard. Yep, the name of the channel is MVP Fishing. See Spawn, what's going on? How you doing today, Spawn? How you doing, buddy? Checking on pretty good. I think we're checking on pretty good out there. Spawn says hello, everyone. Hello from Hungary. They kept nipping at it down there. I fully commit, so I figured I'd try to set the hook on them. With the snake on me. Yeah, our common species down here are buffalo, common carp, grass carp, blue cat, channel, flathead, freshwater drum, white bass, stripers, and skipjack. We also do get a few sturgeon mixed in as well. Problem with the way I've got these rods rigged up. This medium rod seems to be drifting. Fish on there, folks. Fish on. Okay, get sitting there with it. Yeah, it's actually better. What do we got? Enough, we got our other dang rod. Really, dude? No, that's not our other rod. That's just line. Yeah, that's not our other line, folks. We didn't get our other line. This is someone else's line. I thought I had a fish on. Hopefully I got enough of that crap out of there to where I can fish it. Man, that's a lot of friggin' line. One of the problems with fishing public access points is it's this crap. Get snagged on other people's snags. I throw that away when I get home. Hang on, folks. I'm still getting this off. Hopefully we got enough of that out of there to where it's out of the way so I can make sure I get it on the way back home. No way I was going to get that completely off, but get the majority of it out of there. Feels pretty good if I get most of that stuff out of here. I felt like a fish, but unfortunately that was someone's snag. Most of the time I don't get snagged on here, folks. I get snagged on other people's snags. Basically what that means is I get snagged on other people's lines. People use 100-pound tests, 50-pound tests. They break off right at the spool, leave 20, 30 yards of line in here, right out in front of you, and you wind up getting snagged. Just one of those things you got to deal with when you're out fishing. Oddly enough, our medium-sized rod is not drifting more than our small rod. It says, hey, bam! Spawn says, thank you, okie dokie. Glad to hear that, my friend. He says, I've seen people do good on corn. Oh yeah, I catch fish all the time on corn. Corn is actually a pretty good bait. It's just hot dogs I don't do much on, unless I'm in like a local park or something. And the channel catfish go nuts for them. lot of mystery meat when they're fed in the hatchery. And he says, hi, Dirty, and thank you. Daria, how you doing, Daria? Daria says hi. He says, hey, Danny. Hey, Daria, neat name. And Prince says, I think it's the heat. My phone is acting up, too. Oh, yep, I don't doubt it. Aw, man, he gave me a pretty good pull. I'm not sure if I can keep 3 rods out here right now. I cast it right by the bank. I can't keep refreshing this one every time I cast the other one down there. This one's not. I don't know why. I'm gonna put this one in here right by the bank that way I don't have to worry about not getting in the way. It's still out in the water. That's still like 4 or 5 feet of water. It's very deep there. Deep enough for a big old grass carp, for common carp, or buffalo or something to come in there. Yeah, I've even seen like 8 and 10 pound blue cat come in there. Alright. Back, ready to go. We're getting bites. Just hooking these little snakers. We've caught 2 so far. Nothing bigger than bait size at the moment, but heck, we're catching fish. I'm going to need another rock here. This one's like not my rod. I think that's blue. It's stuck out there again. Yeah, there's this area over here. It starts turning into mud rather than sand, so it's your weight will stick on the bottom after the cast. We go pixelated again. Man, what is up with the signal today? Sheesh. Yeah, I saw it. Oh boy. Let's see. Darius says hi. Let's see. Bambi says, sounds good. Terry, what's going on? How you doing today, Terry? Terry says, hey, buddy, and hey, best buddy. How you doing today, Terry? See, Ragon, how you doing, Ragon? Ragon Fishing. Ragon Fishing says, nice, man. And he says, hey, Terry. Terry says, Mr. B. Abby says, hi, Rogan. And Burks, what's going on? How you doing today, Burks? Burks says, hi, everyone. And he says, howdy, Burks. And Gavin. How you doing today, Gavin? Gavin says MVP. Burks says, hey, Bambi. Bambi says, BRB, pal. He says, oh, thank you, Burks. And Abby, how you doing today, Abby? I don't know what is up with our signal quality today. It's like, what the heck, man? We're like right over there, it was fine. I don't know. Abby says, hey, Abby says, I'm doing good. Johnny Lamb, how you doing today, Johnny Lamb? Johnny Lamb says, what's up, MVP? Abby says, hit that like button on the screen. It says, hope everyone is well. I'm doing okay today. It's nice and cool down here, actually. Even though the temperature's up in the 90s, we're getting a nice little cool breeze. So it's a blistering hot day, but down here on the river, it's not too bad. Plus, I've got my shirt partially open and it kind of lets the sweat dry. Incredible people land seeing another bite. And 38 thumbs up, awesome, folks. Pretty good numbers, my friends. Take this back and let it go. Got most of that worm off. Man, I'm gonna have to be a little bit more stingy with these guys. Don't want to run out of worms too quickly down here. toss a little soil in here. Got some extra from our previous trip. Get rid of some of this soil, get some kind of scent going in this water. Because obviously a worm or two are gonna die in the soil, and that's gonna bring in just a little bit of extra scent. Not much, but it should help a little bit. Alright, step back and chat here. MBP, just hope everyone's home. And what is up? How come I can't hook them little things? I got a smaller hook on, I'm still missing the sucker. These are tough worms. Should be getting torn off that easy. Got a good smell to him. He's actually got a pretty good scent. Comes our that's a hard one. Thought that was our first train. Says hope everyone is well. Let's see, John. John says hi. How you doing today, John? Says that spot is nice and shady right now. Yep, and the day will continue to move forward as the day goes on. Kind of the reason why I chose this spot. 19 incredible people in it, seeing 40 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. You guys are having an awesome Sunday. Hope your weekend's going well. Yeah, I was kind of watching that big rod there. Got me on. Like it bounced it. I'm pretty close to you guys. You should be able to hear me, to be honest. I'm surprised the audio wasn't getting picked up better. I guess that's the way she goes when you're out screaming. Something's going to be going on with it, right? Not one thing, it's another. If you're not dealing with the sun and the heat, dealing with some kind of technical difficulty. That's why I get paid the big nickels, folks. Come out here and deal with the tripod, deal with the cell phone. Try to pull some fish into hitting. Honestly, the way these suckers are holding, I could probably put my bigger rod down here to the left, my middle, the smaller rod in the middle. That way I can keep these both in locations that are going to get bites. This one's not holding. So instead of fighting it, I'm just going to cast her down here to the left, rather than fighting it. I think doing that. That's just going to drift all the way down there. I don't know why it's drifting like that, but she is. This one I can throw in the exact same spot, except move here a little bit closer to it. Yeah, that's a massive barge there, folks. Those guys are big as my house. Arnold, what's going on? How you doing today, Arnold? Arnold says hello, everyone. What's up, Mike Crow? Good to see you. Good to see you too, my friend. Abby says, hey, Arnold, and thank you. Abby says, hey, Abby. It is actually relatively nice out here, folks. Down here on the river. Now you go up there on that levee, man, it's hot. I do have something cool out here right now. I got a fountain soda with mostly water in it. With the fire emoji. And Malik, what's going on? How you doing today, Malik? I'm just good to see you. In the shade. Yep, I'm not that dumb. Les says MVP. How you doing today, Les? Les says FMT. Bambi says, it's fun. It is. Alex says less. Looking good, folks. If you guys need me in chat, I'll be back just in a moment. Let's see if these guys are holding up where I expect them to. All right. And there's another nice blue hit the surface out there. I don't know what's up with these guys not hitting bait right now. Get it, buddy. Get it. You're more stingy than normal. Bait. Yeah, it doesn't look like you did as much of anything with it. Actually not too bad out here. We got cup bait on that one. We got worm on these two. This one's like out in front of us about 7 to 10 feet. This one's further down there about 15 to 20 feet down to the left. Way past you guys. I was just checking out that tool line down past us down there. Looking at it, see that might be a good spot to cast our bigger rods for cut bait purposes. Over here doesn't seem to be getting anything. I wonder if there's anything in this background here, but I think it's light. Wouldn't take much to change up these rods, because this big one, once I get her out there, she's way past the other one. Middle rods. Trying to find a spot where both of these rods can bite. This one's just getting too much crap out there on the line. Man. I think this is going to go farther down to the left today. Cast that down there. Maybe there'll be a big old gar, flathead, something down there. Maybe a big old channel catfish or blue crab, who knows? That got crap on this one too. Yeah, you're always having stuff drifting around out here recently. I don't know what they're doing upriver, but there's been a lot of debris floating around out here. Once you get them on here, you can barely even get them off. You press the bait, this is about half. Throw the hook away. That's stick, man. You get it off. All those Arnold's laughing his butt off. And with the heat emoji. Alex says, how's the humidity since you said WhatsApp? It would be bad. It's actually not too bad down here. Humidity's about 6. Seriously, every 5 minutes down here we're dealing with this stupid with pixelation images today, folks. I don't know why it's doing that. It's not that grown up back here. Let's see, Dorothy, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Dorothy says, hello, Mike. How are you doing? Well, I'm doing okay, Dorothy. A little hot today. Sitting underneath the shade tree. Got cut bait out here and worms. Caught 2 freshwater drums so far. See, Malik says, Dorothy. Dorothy says, fun mix. Bambi says, BBS. Let's see, Gavin says, Dorothy, long time. Hope you're okay. Let's see. Dorothy says, hello, Gavin. I'm good, and thank you. How are you? Gavin says, glad you're okay. And I'm okay, thank you. Let's see, Dorothy says, good to hear, Gavin. Let's see, Survival, what's going on? How you doing to Survival? And Dorothy's a new kitten. Thank you for that, Dorothy. It's a bite on a middle rod. Dorothy, thank you for the new kitten, my friend. WW's in the chat for Dorothy. Yeah, it might be one of those days I gotta step by the camera and man the feed to make sure it stays clear in. Frustrating when it does that when you're streaming, but especially when there's no reason for it to do it. There's no reason for it to go pixelated down here, folks. We're not that close to any kind of iron or anything that can be messed with. Along with the fact that cell phone tower is right straight across the river about a couple football fields away, so it's not too close, it's not too far. Back. And unfortunately, I can't stay in. I'm not sure, folks. I can't get her to stay in right. I'm gonna have to man the sucker from behind over here. Every time I look, that stupid thing's going pixelated on us. It's dropping from 5G to 2G, and it won't go back. Like the signal will drop out for 1/10 of a second and it goes. Makes no sense. Let's see, Anita, what's going on? How you doing today, Anita? Anita says hi. Thank you so much for that, Dorothy. By the way, I do appreciate that that membership. You're a kitten, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Meow meow. Meow. Yeah, she's 92 right now. Humidity's 75%. So that's not horrible, but it's not great. But we've got a decent breeze, so we usually can take it down here as long as we got a little bit of Dorothy says you're welcome. Yeah, I could have gone up to Fairgrounds today, but they were having a concert. I drove by her and had to come down here because I couldn't turn on any kind of monetization. Everything would have been muted because they were playing music in the background up there, loud enough I can almost hear it down here on the river, and they're about a half mile away. So yeah, I'd say they're more like a mile. They're over a mile away. That's a professional concert where they got the speakers the size of trucks. So that wasn't going to happen. I know Fallon Park, you guys know how Fallon Park can be during the weekends. So I figured the only place to do any kind of fishing today was down on the river. And I also kind of figured, well, since I'm down here, might as well turn on the live feed. Chat with you guys. Yeah, our rod. Let's see what's going on with that. Yeah, I gotta watch our rod today, folks, because our signal just keeps popping on and off for some dumb reason. I don't know why. Like, I'll look over there, it'll be at 5G, and then suddenly I look down, it's pixelated, and for a thousandth of a second, I see it jump to 2G, back to 5G. So our signal's going a little low for some reason and right back up, so it shouldn't do that. I don't know. Let's see, Neva, what's going on? How you doing, Neva? Neva says hi. Neva with hello emojis and laughing emojis and game over emojis. Game's just begun, my friend. 11 people and 52 thumbs up. Dorothy says hello, Neva. Yeah, it'll do that sometimes. I don't know why YouTube will pop on and off the stream quality, but it happens. Just gives me a better excuse to come back here and chat with you guys. That cut bait's just not getting anything today. And one of those days where I just want to bomb her out here deep and just leave that cut bait out here, but it's going to be in the way of my other two rods if I do that. That's why I've got her far rod. Good. Popping on pretty good. Yesterday during the rainstorm, they were grabbing it and on and let go until they had all the bait off. Hey, they're keeping up the rod. This is the one that has a bite on it. It has a bite on it like that. The majority of that bait is gone now. Got hot so quickly, so I didn't have time to go out there and dig 20 or 30 night crawlers again. There's like about 30 little red worms, and I had about 30 leftovers from the other day. Looks like a lot of these guys are going to die. We do have cut bait. I mean, I can always cut bait on more than one rod, but I'd rather have worm on one rod if I can get. Guys, any size of fish is good down here. Guys have seen me catch a 6-inch drum. Watch me catch a freaking 30-pound bluegill right behind it. That's right there where we're supposed to be. So you got the end of the worm off again. Back out here. Where do I cast? What are they doing that for today? Ding, 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 ding. It's really fiddling. Again, dip the end of the worm off. Let's go. Amazing how close these fish become sometimes. Especially when I'm not being too loud. I'm actually not being too loud down here right now. Guys are used to a little bit of noise. Not too much noise. That's holding spring. Man, that's holding my knee. Now we're pulling out there really deep. I'm kind of worried about it being snagged. Not snagged. I'm kind of worried about that being snagged. Not. Usually don't hold out that deep. Alright, let's get back in the chat. See what's going on. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Hope you're having an awesome Sunday. Hope your weekend's going well. Patrick, how you doing, Patrick? Patrick says Dorothy, and we're pixelated again. Refresher. The bars in those lines, I know they're pixelated. MB says Patrick. And ooh, Dorothy. NBC's gotta play. I get bored. No worries, Bambi. Yep. Every time we're going to go pixelated today. I don't know why. Refreshing it just made it worse. Now she won't even come back in. There, we're back in clear. Let's see how long she stays in. Incredible people landed 55. Thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Keeping an eye on these rods. I can put her a little closer to the water, but not by much. See if that helps with our signal quality. It's off and on today. Like 5G, 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 5. Yeah, we're stable at 5G. 4 out of 5 bars. Vanby says, we know you're real, it's okay. Come on, guys. Here, fishy, fishy, fishies. Probably would have been better fishing at fairgrounds today. It's just they were having a concert. I could still catch fish in that stuff. It's just I couldn't. I can't film in that stuff with that massive audio in the background. No way. So there's not much you can do about it. Thanks for understanding, Bambi. I appreciate it. I will try to keep over here and keep up with as much as I can. Every time I steer go pixelated, I'll try to come over and refresh the bike. Oh, I won't drop you again, Bambi. The wind's not blowing that bad. That's the video here today. 18 incredible people in 55 thumbs up. Awesome. that pup rolling over. He's going like 15, 20 miles per hour. I've been trying to put a fresh piece of cut bait on the but let's do that. Fresh piece of cut on. Oh, wait a minute. I see it. Man, I know what happened there. I don't want to fence it. That's probably a snake grab a hold of it and try to drag it into the rock. Press stuff on here. Okay. Now there's much blood on our line down there. Way out there deep. Oh, that's a massive right in front of us. That has to be a grass carp. Man, that's huge. Up to the surface section. Just spooked you casting over the top. Yes, you're busy, busy. Yeah, fingers crossed, knock on wood, my friend. Hopefully we can catch them. Got two freshwater drums, one's bait size, the other one a little bit bigger. Domino, what's going on? How you doing, Domino? Domino says hi. Domino with a shout out. How you doing today, Domino? Oh man, he says, no top screen. Then turn into a buck. It's rare. Let's y'all, Domino. Then thank you. I sure wasn't going to dig about 90 degrees tonight. Finally got ready to go. That's asking for it. I've been hot. Just picking out our worms, make sure I'm good. We got about 20 of them still left in here, and then we got another 15 in there. Gotta pick them out. That's the best. That's the one. I don't want to throw that one away. Actually, the dead one's actually working better than the live one. You can't get them on a hook. It wasn't bad. It started. You're an angler, you know what I mean. There's dead worm. There's, oh God, that's bad. Dead. That was right in the middle. It wasn't quite bad. It was just getting there. I should have done this before we left, but didn't really have to get out here fishing. Preparation is more, live streaming is more about preparation too than most people figure out as another bite. Oh, I think I got him. We got him, folks. Uh-oh. What have I got? I was just really lightly checking on it. What have I got, folks? I think we got a buffalo. Yeah, that was what was pecking on it, real soft. Man, these guys can fight too. Hold off. Dang it, I didn't get a hook into that fish. That was a buffalo. Dang it. That was a buffalo about 7 or 8 pounds. He was diving underneath my big rod. And the food, I didn't get a hook into him because when I set the hook, the line was slack. That does it. I've got too many rods. I can't fish with all most of these rods out there getting in the way. This one's going to go out where I can get her out here because that is just, man. Yeah, it was a buffalo about, I don't know, 7 or 8 pounds. Nice buffalo, yeah. I got it right up to the surface, popped off. You know, it might have been too, folks, if that fish was nibbling on it, and I might have got her hooked in the side of the head. What happens with those buffalo, they got such small mouths that sometimes you don't even get the hook in them. Kind of snag them on the side. I did forget about that too. That kind of makes me feel better though. It's not me, it wasn't the hook. That hook's razor sharp, no worries about the tip of it. No worries about it. Really, ever so lightly pecking on it, folks. It's really, you can barely even see that tip wobble. If I don't use these tiny, like, number 10 bait holders, I can't even get the hook in there. It was fighting kind of weird. I think I might have had a hook in the head. Dang it. Miss Jiggy, how you doing, Miss Jiggy? Miss Jiggy says, hi everyone, happy Sunday. And he says, yeah, kill all your worms. Yeah, the heat is bad out here, so. He says, Miss Jiggy. Miss T, says Bambi. Says Dan, how you doing today, Dan? And says, hello everyone. Hopefully I'll get to stay for this one. No worries, Dan. Appreciate you dropping by, my friend. Family says, been looking for you. Giggy, woo. Family says, Yandan, perfect timing, woohoo. Family says, oops, not. Incredible people in 61 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Still pecking on it too out there. You know, I could have set the hook on that, missed the smaller fish, and just snagged that one. definitely fun while it lasted. He was diving underneath my big rod, and if I didn't have her hooked right perfectly, yeah, that hook was going to come out. And I kind of knew it too. It's on my light stuff too. That's only 6 pound test on this one. It's not really like I could force her to get out from underneath that rod. I have to let her do her thing. That is a big rod. And that's going to have that other rod go over it. So we got to cast. There's just not enough room. The current pulls you. Like I can keep my big rod down that way, but when I hook a fish, it's going to go that way. So, yeah. This big rod. Really don't know. It's in the way over there, and over here. That's right on, I think. Did one with it. Pretty big buffalo, actually. I'm not sure if I had it hooked in the mouth or not. Kind of felt weird. It wasn't really fighting like a buffalo does. Those buffalo usually run. She was just kind of diving on me. No, that was definitely a buffalo. I saw her come up to the surface once. See, Dennis, have you caught anything? Just 2 freshwater drums so far. We did just miss one. Having a little trouble with the signal quality today. I can still see that that's low quality. Yeah, we're having pixelation issues today. I don't know why. And he says, I feel so free. Woohoo! Couples, yes. He says, I think that was a drum. Yeah, that was a buffalo about yay big, right? So I might have had her hooked on the side because instead of doing those runs that buffalo do, she was kind of trying to get away on me. When you snag a fish, it'll react differently than if you actually hook it in the mouth. They will pop off on you pretty easy if you snag it. I just can't get this rod set. Bigger rod to set where I want it to. Out here deeper, stay away from my other rod. Get this to work. I need your rod there. You're gonna have to cast her pretty much up current to get her to stick out there, which means, yep, I'm gonna get this one snagged. If I get a fish on it, it's okay. If I don't get a fish on it, I'm close. Put a bigger weight on that one. Man, that's gonna be tough. See, Dopa, what's going on? How you doing today, Dopa? Sammy says, yes, I've seen you get to visit once. Bambi. See, Dopa, what's going on? How you doing today, Dopa? He says, how's everyone doing? What he says, hello, Dopa. 20 people at it. 65 thumbs up on the folks. Ray, how you doing today, Ray? I love those things. That's so much fun to watch. This is good afternoon. This is the Modopa. Says, oh, I believe it's Bambi. The good angler. And he says, afternoon Dopa. I'll check you out, Ray. Right back. Bambi with the thumbs up. And Ray says, MVP, hope you're having a great day. I'm doing okay. It's actually pretty hot in the city right now. It's a little cooler down here. We've got a decent breeze coming off the river, so. But it's a scorcher, folks. It is definitely a scorcher out here today. And he says, I sub. Catch you later and thumbs up. Glad to have you in today, Bambi. Hope you enjoyed the show. UK's hot box at the moment. It's pretty hot here too. Down on the mighty muddy Mississippi River. It's 92 degrees. Humidity's in this like 70%, so it's still a little sticky, folks. Says you too. Love and treasure hunting. Have a good day, Bambi. Stick with 2 rods right now, folks. I think that 3rd rod is being not in this small spot. I mean, it looks like we've got a big area to fish, but all right. 19 incredible people in and 67 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Come on, guys. I know you're here. We've got you. Get bites all day. Can't seem to either get them pinned or keep them pinned. That one looks like she might be holding out there okay now. She's still like, I cast way over there and she wound up over here. A silver back, so that I even a blue cat or a grass bird. We saw him hit off the surface out there. Bambi with the fish emoji. I guess that was Joe for leaving, so I got you. It's hard to tell sometimes when you're on chat. The YouTube emojis, the fish emojis, the popcorn emojis, and the #1 emoji. that buffalo snag. Yep, I think this is what I've been hitting, but those little buffalo, those buffalo underneath these guys. So when I set the hook, apparently that buffalo was right beside it, but got the hook into him. Come on, buddy. That's a little kitten, folks, a little blue cat. Ow, 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 ow. Come on, finger. Don't win me. Ow, he's got this thing right by the edge of my hand. Dude, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Alright, in your mouth, buffalo. I got you. Yeah, you only got me once. Alright, so that's our third fish of the day. These guys have been tearing my worms up all for a while. Hopefully this will keep them back a little bit. That way we can see if we can catch something else down here. So two freshwater drum and a small blue cat. Still catching fish. I love it, my friends. I love it. You buddy. Go grow up. Come see me in a few years. Doesn't matter if that big rod snags, as long as it's setting out in the right place with that piece of cut bait. I think it's got a pretty good chance of getting a good fish. I gotta get this cast right. I got to look for my line. Yep, right there. Back caster. Right about there without getting snagged on it. Hard to see those angles from over here. Alright, let's stung, man. Seth, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Family says, get him. Johnson's checking in. Family says it's hot. And thank you if it's too hot. It's Ben. Dan says Seth. Says hi, Dan. Debbie says Seth. About time. Miss Diggy says Seth and Dan. Just woke up, Bambi. Yes, it's hot, so I can understand you sleeping the majority of the day off. Let's see, Bambi says I got fired for leaving chat yesterday. Y'all stuck with me. No worries. You're welcome in here, Bambi. Bambi says thank you. Give a thumbs up. Big boy, how you doing today, big boy? Boy says hi, brother Mike. Looking like a great day for fishing. It's actually a great day for fishing. It's not a great day for sitting around the house in the city. That's to say, big boy. See, Danny says hi, Miss Diggy. It's about 92 degrees. Humidity's in the 70s. It's hot, folks. And we're getting by. I have one buffalo snag down here. We also caught a small blue cat and 2 drums. Freshwater drums. Got cut bait on the far rod there, on our big rod. Got worm on this pole. Good bites. Hi, and thank you, Pappy. You're down. You find it. What's up? Boys, what's up, Seth? Drew, Bambi. That says I'm feeling better. Finally, big boy. now that bait is gone. I can't hook that worm on any better than I already am. These worms are tough. Hook them on any more than this, you'll never get them off. Then you'll never be able to step up to this thing. Here comes the train. I think that's the train. Just in time. Here comes the train, big boy. I'm feeling better with this same gear set. I had okay. Big boy said I have pneumonia. Earbuds out, volume down. Here? No, they were born down here. You gotta remember every couple hours the train goes by down here. So they're used to that, my friend. It was the day 3. He said, oh, no sense. So, like an honest boy, and thank you. It's getting better really bad. And, I've been to pneumonia a few times. It's not fun. Either I've been creek fishing 30 years and never got that fungus infection before. Yep, love the train. They don't mind them at all. They were born down here, so pretty much they're used to them over the years. It's like you live in an area where there's planes going by over your head. You tend to forget they're even there after a while. It's hot out, so you can imagine me wanting to get off my feet on occasion. I'll be 60 actually in August, so. And he says, Seth Hinton, hey Rizzy. See, Bambi says, oh man, you got it fishing. You actually know how. It's not rude to ask. Yep, if you wanna know things about the Mississippi River, how to river fish. And a good place to ask too is your local bait shops. When you're going around new locations, just drop by a nearby bait shop. I'm guarantee you there's a close rod again. Every time I walk away from it, I start popping. Now, if I just sat by that rod, they wouldn't have hit it. I swear, they're not afraid of the trains, but they don't like my voice. So. Interesting, isn't it? I can sit here and hold this rod for 20 minutes and they won't touch it, but put that rod down and walk over behind you guys and anything's popping. We got about 20 worms left. Quite a while. Another big grass carp hit the surface right out there. Our big rod down there's got cut bait on it, so it's a little slower to get a bite. They're hitting worms. It's just getting these little stinkers to commit to it and hook up. Let's see, Riz says, don't shout. Fish should be scared to eat you. Eat you? Oh. For example, if the sound is just like the neighbor's whisper. Huh? Whatever that means. Let's see, Bambi says, yes, sir. Please get off your feet. Yeah, it doesn't take much to get some energy back in my legs. I just gotta sit down every once in a while. Seth says, hey, Riz. Riz says, Seth. Seth says, hi. He says, hey, Riz. And thank you for coming in. And Lisa, what's going on? How you doing today, Lisa? Lisa says, well, what's going on? We're doing okay, Lisa. Got one small blue cat, 2 freshwater drum. We had a big buffalo hook too. I think I had it snagged. It pulled off. And you know how these fish are when you miss a fish, they don't like it. Temperature's about 90, 92 degrees. And she's 92 now. Humidity's about 70%. See, Bambi says, you now, Miss Lisa. Seth says, hey, Lisa. You guys are enjoying the show today. Here's a soda. Ooh, it's hot down here. Not doing too bad. Ping, ping, ping. That's what they've been doing. Lisa says, "Gotta catch another one. Give me a bit here. I think I can get another one on for you, Lisa." Just gotta be patient with these little stinkers. They're picking it up and dropping it a lot today. Bambi says, yep, a small one. Yeah, we caught one small blue. Yeah, one little kitten. Plus two small freshwater drum. We used one for cut bait. That's how small he was. The other one we let go. I had a little trouble with the pixelation today. We've been off and on as far as our quality, so I don't know, maybe it's the cell phone overheating. It is over 90 out here. And we do have a battery extender on, trying to keep full, as good of a charge as we can keep. You never know when something's going to happen to you down here. You want to keep your cell phone as charged as you can. Jess says, hey, Richard. Yeah, Rich was in earlier. He might still be in fact. He had some lawn work. I was trying to get him out fishing. See him still pecking on that close rod thing? Oh yeah, he had some lawn work he had to do. And being as hot as it is, he didn't really want to go out and cut the lawn and stuff. He said his grass was up to his waist. So, yeah, that was a blue cat. I saw that come to the surface. Just come up to the surface and run right back down. Might have only been about 3.5, 4 pounds, but it was a nice little blue. And he says, he's right there. How you doing, Rich? Rich says, how's it going, Seth? Now, try to stay as much out of the sun as you can, Rich. If you're going to cut that lawn, man, get it done and get back in. You got an AC, so, yeah. He says, doing better, finally, Rich. Man, there comes a big old fast-moving catboat. Huey, that doing about 60 upriver. Now the driftwood and stuff's pretty much gone away, so it's pretty safe to be running up the river right now. It says, well, that's small for you. Be a nice fish to catch, though. Yeah, he's only about a foot long. Those blues, once they get a certain size, they start getting really thick. It's, good to hear, Seth. Getting old, ain't for the... Yeah, I got you. Meow. Seth says, I had several fungus infections, Richard. Alright, I think we can go back to it, folks. Oh, yeah, the wind kind of died down. Now, out here is still a little bit of a breeze. Back there, should be setting my butt out here. Still a little bit of a breeze out here. Keep getting a peck bite on it. It was really sunny when I came out today. It was glad to see some clouds. My house isn't going to be hot when I get home. I had an AC, but some numbnuts up the street stole it. Wrapped it. My neighbors saw him. They were yelling at him to stop, but he didn't care. Did it anyway. Might be a bite on the cut bait. Started like doubling a little bit. One more. I had a very cheap AC that barely kept half a room cool. Spiked. Took it right out of the window. yet. I wish I was 40. That's getting better, no matter the age. Yikes, Richard. I'll be 41 in October. And so 46 in September. September 11th for me. Me and Debbie, what's going on? How you doing today, Debbie? Debbie says hi. Oh, how you doing, radio? Radio with your question message. Say radio. That's good, hey, Debbie. Radio says, hey, Mike. I know it's hot where you are. Make sure you stay in the shade and get plenty of drink. I am, my friend. Got a soda behind you guys, and keep shaded out and about there. The only sun I got in was getting down here. No way I was going to be fishing that point today. At least not until we get like a partially cloudy day with low humidity. Got 2 small freshwater drum and a blue cat so far. And I did have a pretty good buffalo hook that just pulled off on me. Just to say radio. I think I had it snagged. It happens sometimes. You'll get those guys to be pecking on it, and you'll set the hook, and they'll be nibble on the end of that worm, right? And they don't have the hook in their mouth, and they'll just hook them on the side. When it does that, it's hard to keep that hook in them. I'm watching that little pinion bite. They were just doing that all day today. What I'm supposed to do about this? Just not hit it all the way. It says hello, everyone. And Dan says hi, radio. You just feel them every once in a while, ping on it. Ping. 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 Those our trail rods are actually pretty sensitive. I can feel them pecking on it, but it's like one little nip and another little nip. And most of the worm is gone. Casting near full, put the bomber down there and pull her out. Wind up down, but it's not. Pour down. He again says, come on, big fish. Come on. Yeah, that buffalo was about that big. I got him to the surface, but I think I had him snagged. There's been some big ones hitting out here. There's a couple big grass carp in front of me. I've seen a couple blue cat over here. They're clowning around as usual. They like doing that down here. Oh yeah, we got plenty of worms. Poking them. Oh, I'm thinking about casting this second rod. I'll put the rod back out. Bite? I don't know. Might not have been. holding out there. Did a relatively good job of holding today. Just not quite enough room to be able to put 3 rods out there very long. Put this one in closer. Yeah, I found another big gobble worm. These little stinkers, even in this little friggin' container, you'd think they'd be fine. They'd be easy enough to find, but they're not. They're pretty tricky. Come on, come on. Watching them pop and not being able to get the hook in them. At least set the hook. Half the time I just want to at least get a chance to hook. Those grass carp I've seen actually in pretty close. So I've got a chance of getting one of those big grasses. It's got to be on a lighter weight right by the bank. That's not so that I've got one in here too, folks. Let's see, Dan asks, in the heat, big ones like to bask. I find them in feed more at night here. Yep, they do that as well, but they will feed during the day. Let's see, Spunky, what's going on? How you doing today, Spunky? He says hello, Mike. Little stinker. Come on, hit it. And Saving Grace, what's going on? How you doing with Saving Grace? Saving Grace says, let's go. That's just a Spunky. That's just Saving Grace. Hop on the bull frog. That's very cool to bang on that one. That one's got me interested. I cast for a while there right by the bank. It was getting any bites. And Ryan, how you doing today, Ryan? Ryan says hi. Say Ryan. And Spunky says, SJO. Seen you, number 5 bass caught. Nice. And Ryan sent the gems, my friend. Thank you so much. The star gems. That's just awesome, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They're getting these things off. They're so dang tough. I don't know. Whoever's doing this has got my number today. Let's see. Saving Grace says, Jerry, thanks, bro. On the pickleball. CMJ. 18 incredible people in it. 80 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Seth says hi. That's a little hot out here, folks. Having trouble even standing up in this stuff like I usually do. That's freaking hot out here right now. little sweat across my brow again. Guys, we got big cut bait on that one. We got one on. We finally got one. We got a little kitten again. That's our second kitten, folks. We got two little kittens, little baby blue cat, and two freshwater drum today. These little sneakers are tough to hook, even with the small hooks. Easy and very hard to get off the hook. Hold still, buddy. Hold still. Hold still. Here, hold still, buddy. And, yep, the hook is out. There we go. Ah, dang it. Yeah, you don't want to hold these guys the wrong way or you'll get opened up. We got him. All right, there we go, folks. That's our second little blue cat of the day. Two small blue cat and two freshwater drum today. Cool little guy. Meow meow. Hi kitten. Meow meow. Sheesh, dude. All right, buddy. See, a fish stick, a kitten stick. Oh boy. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. Man, at least I'm catching something. Dang it. I mean, it might be hot out here, but at least I'm catching something. You know how many people are down here on this river right now and just sitting back and sleeping? Like, I'm not going to catch these fish. I'm just going to take a freaking nap. Oh, look at that. Look at that, folks. I'm sure you saw that. That had to have been in the feed. I don't know if I can look at it again, but yeah, that is shallow. I think we come in that shallow. That's the base. Probably think this. Now I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a small weight on the weight, like really effective. Let me put on a small weight. I think it's about half this size. I think that weight kind of messy. Only take me a split second to retie. Clear spot to higher. If you ever broke a hook off to retie, notice that when you break it off, the end is never straight, it's curved. When you're trying to retie that hook back onto that line, or weight or something else, or lure or something, you notice that you can't get the line to the eye anymore. The second didn't. We're going to put a much smaller weight on. That's about half the size of our previous weight. I think they don't like that bigger weight. I put it on there because I was hoping that might be something in here shallow would hit the bigger weight, but apparently that was a mistake. Robert, what's going on? How you doing, man? Robert asked me. Yes, we are. We got cut bait on that one, and the blue cat. Well, you're using worms. It's your average store-bought worms. We don't have many left for garden variety worms. We've got a few left in here. Not many. Yeah, we do have cut bait on that big rod, though. piece of cut drum. Robert says set. Says flathead would destroy that. Oh, you mean the blue cat? Unfortunately, that's considered a game fish. If you try to keep that for cut bait or live bait, yeah, you can get arrested for doing that. Well, big fine anyway. The only catfish you can keep in Missouri is our bullheads. These are cut bait. Yep, definitely a nice breeze down here. Now, flathead would destroy it, though. That's what Funky says. You got that right, Robert. Monster, what's going on? How you doing today, Monster? Funky says hello. Hey, Monster. He says, saving grace, Funky, Ryan. Blessings, y'all. Let's go. It fell from another, was already allowed to go. And woo and thank you. He says, "Hey, Monster." He says, "Robert, you too, of course." He says, "Radio." Yeah, he was in earlier. He said hi. I'm not sure if radio's still in. Incredible people amnesty and 82 thumbs up. Come on, guys. Can't wait for this water to get down low again. The way they can concentrate these fish. Right now, you're seeing me a lot of times get maybe one nice fish a day and a lot of smaller ones. Unfortunately, the water being high makes it so these guys can spread out. It makes it very difficult to find them. As the water gets lower, they'll get less places to hide in, and you'll be catching more fish. It's Robert. Thank you. Back up. Fight down there too a little bit ago. I wonder if that'll come off on me. Feels like he did too. I just cleaned it. Turning off though. That gas was like a little far. Gas a second ago, that was way below par. Like a par 3. I don't watch much golf. Not that it's bad for it. Honestly, I put golf on way too early in the morning most of the time. I'm usually just waking up or getting ready to go out fishing. They don't do much night golfing, of course. I think that should be a new sport, night golfing. If you can find your ball after hitting it over 100 yards, yeah, you win the hole. Seriously, 4? Anyone's out there? 4? Yeah, you probably missed part of that joke. Stabilize again. Let me I flip back over here for a few minutes. Yeah, it's better to get out fishing on days like this than sit around the house and roast. I'd be in my basement with a wetting my shirt down every 5 minutes. Worst game ever, golf. Eh. I'm middle rod. They could definitely do things to make it better. The idea is not bad. Number one, the way they weren't got taken off my rod in. Yeah, that current got falling out there. Put crap on it. Yeah, that's what happens after a while. Being out there in that heavy current. Get so much stuff on it to try to pull your rod in. Or bust your rod. I see that bite on that far rock. I can put this back out. Probably not going to be able to. They got snowballs down here. They're watching me on live stream. Okay, go for the rod. Stop biting. All right, leave the rod alone. Bite again. Every once in a while, one doesn't listen and grabs it anyway. Get her stuck out there in a minute. Take a bite. Check it out. That's hopefully probably fine. I got almost all that bait off again. You just leave it today. You probably eat 40 worms so far down here without even blinking an eye. About cleaned off as well. At least I'm feeding some kittens, folks, for later trips. They'll grow up eventually. And I hope they remember how much MVP fed them his worms. think that's sometimes the reason why I get them to hit when they get bigger. They remember me catching them when they were smaller. Catching them and letting them go. Alright, Bambi says, worst game ever golf. Like I said, there's definitely things they could do to make it better. And if they changed a few little things about golf, I think it would be much better. They don't have to make it like a crazy, like I think it still be an outdoorsy type calm game. One thing, the names of all the stuff, it's rather confusing. Par, eagle, birdie, bogey, double bogey, triple bogey. Oh boy, don't get me started. They could definitely improve the game to make it more viewer friendly. That's for sure. They do that all the time with hockey, baseball, soccer, table tennis. Stuff all the time with that. They don't get stubborn at all. That time he back. Wait for him to do that. It actually seems like they just keep grabbing on the end of the worm. There's nothing I can do about it when they're doing that. I can keep that worm as good as I can, and they're going to find some interest. One of them at least not throw a worm off. I just stomped it. Sure. Oh boy. Might have to get my other lens. It's my back, so my tablet just went dead on us. Oh, let me get my other lens. I'm gonna have to read a chat from them. I only need 2 buttons to read it from the tablet. Our tablet went dead. Oh well. There. Yeah, this one's got to be fit in there just right. Let's see, Bambi says saving grace. Funky Ryan, blessings. Up, Care Bear, what's going on? How you doing, Care Bear? Care Bear says hi. And says with a retracted message, says hey, Care Bear. Care Bear says hey, Seth. See 12 incredible people in and 84 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Now we're getting a lot of peck bites down here, a lot of smaller fish, but not a lot of takers today. Care Bear says, hey, Seth. Try to say that fast without getting your tongue tied. Care Bear says, hey, Seth. Care Bear, oh, wait, forget it. Same thing on that middle rod. Bing, 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 bing. Probably one of these days, I'm just gonna get bites around the evening. So it says, I have lots of people out able to say my name right. No, Seth is fine. It's just Seth says, hey, Care Bear. Yeah, just say all that at once. It doesn't. Yeah, it's so many. It hurts. Let's see. Seth says, laugh out loud. Oh, okay. Seth is fine. Try to say, Seth says, hey, oh boy, no. I give up. Let's see. 7 incredible people in and 84 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Seth was popular in the 80s. The name, not the person. I know you weren't talking in the third person. I understand. Like Seth was popular in the 80s. Seth likes to run and jog. Pop, pop. That was a close rod, that one time. LOL. Boy, just a little slow today. I'm afraid it's probably gonna be. Wish I could. I can actually run pretty good. I'll be 60 in August, so. That was a grass carp. 100% a grass carp that time. About 4 or 5 pounds. They're up here by the surface, so unfortunately they seem to be just sitting out there. They're possible to catch them. They're just kind of basking out there in the sun about this high up. Well, how would you do that? You cast them by. There's another one. Probably be a good spot to get down there. Get that shallow down there. Yeah, they're just playing around. I saw that. They do this dolphin thing, folks. I don't know if you've ever seen a grass carp. When they come up to sunbathe, they turn upside down and they flap their lower dorsal fin in the air like flipper. It's weird. See, 9 incredible people in and 85 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yeah, we're just trying to make it to the 2.5 hour today, folks. I'm not going to keep you guys in for too long. 3 hour, 4 hour feeds are meant for when, you know, the fish are hitting real good. when I've got interesting content and everything to be able to put out for you guys. If they're not hitting great, I'm not gonna waste you guys' time and YouTube's time and all that other stuff. We've got about 5 minutes left. That way I can save my charge just in case the fish start hitting a little later on. See, Julian, what's going on? How you doing, Julian? Julian says, any luck today? 3 small blue cat and two freshwater drum. Not a whole lot going on. We're getting bites like crazy. It's just we can't keep them away from the little baby fish right now. See, Seth says, hey, Julian. We got 5 minutes to see if a big one's going to hit. I'll just run her about 2.5 hours today. No reason to run a 3-hour, 4-hour feed when I'm not getting a lot of bites. Probably more interesting stuff. Maybe someone's catching a good fish on a different live stream. Make a couple scrolls, you know, see if anyone else is on live stream, catching fish. Give them a like, thumbs up. You know, make them leave them a comment. Yeah, we just got a few more minutes, Seth. Just like 4 minutes. I try to be consistent with YouTube when you're doing live streams. That way, YouTube, if you've ever noticed when I'm on live stream, that I'll get pushes at the hour mark, 2-hour mark, 2.5-hour mark, the 3-hour mark. Because that's when I will make sure to cut off my live stream so they know if I'm going to go the next level, something's going on. Something interesting, some kind of interesting content. I find it helps your live streams quite a bit. Consistency is a big factor when you're doing streaming. I'll probably just find a nice spot up here and take a nap till dark. Make sure it's not around him, Mr. Snake. That's not fun when you pick up a rock and there's a snake the size of your leg sitting underneath it. Snake just looks up at you going, what is wrong with you? Are you stupid? Now you guys notice from that tree spot down there to here, right? There's probably 20 snakes up and down the shoreline from here to there. Now most of them are like 3 or 4 inches long, but still, yeah, you don't want to give them a bite. It's not fun. 2 hours and 28 minutes and 47 seconds. Almost there. Now, I'm still getting little peck bites out here, but they're not worth. We already found out what they were. One of them was a buffalo. There was a good buffalo out there. Most of them are like those little blue cat and little freshwater drum. So, and I'm seeing a grass carp out here, but they're just basking out there in the sun, sunbathing. Like little puppy dogs out there in the. Oh, that sun feels so good. Yeah, try getting out of the 70-degree water fishy, and sun's not so good. A little hot, in fact. Let's see, 229, and well, we did have a couple pixelation issues, so I better run her just a little bit longer. Probably just 1 more minute at it. Because we just went by 2 hours and 30 minutes, so I'm gonna give her just an extra minute to make sure she pushes by 2 hours and 30 minutes. when she pixelates, she can skip. And YouTube will skip those particular locations rather than keep them on the screen. So you'll wind up with 30 or 40 seconds less than what your stream should have been. I've learned that too. All right, 2:30 and 30 seconds. We're just gonna give her another 30 seconds, folks. 11 people still in and 87 thumbs up. It's just incredible, my friends. And again, thank you, Dorothy, for that that membership. Now a kitten, appreciate that so much. And yep, that's 3:36, 37, 38, 9, and there we go, 2:31. All right, folks, I think we're gonna shut her down. Not a lot hitting today. Caught a couple small fresh blue cat and a couple freshwater drum. Had one big buffalo hooked, pulled off on us, but it was fun to have that hooked. Just wish it wouldn't have ran over my other line so quickly. Oh well. It's beautiful down here, folks. It's actually much more pleasant here than down here, down in the river. The city. So, take care, guys. Have to go out now and see you guys soon. All right, we're hanging it up, Bambi. I'm just gonna have my old good luck. Stay safe. Hope to see you in the water, my friends. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day and have an awesome, awesome rest of your weekend, my friends. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.